Meanwhile, 7 other GOP presidential candidates are preparing to face off tonight. Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, Christie, Mike Pence, Tim Scott, and Doug Burgum taking the stage at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library for the second GOP primary debate. And as Emily reported just a moment ago, President Trump is again skipping this debate. The host of On Balance, Leland Vittert, waking up early for us this morning. Leland, with the frontrunner out of this event, how much does that make this primary season rarefied and change the complexion of competition?
Look, this primary season's unlike anyone that we've ever seen before, which follows 2016 for the Republicans, which was unlike anyone we've ever seen before. Same for 2020. So the tradition continues. The question tonight for the 7 that are on the stage is, can any one of them stand so far above the others? And can they create a moment in which the entire Republican electorate, or at least a vast majority of it, goes, that is the person, either man or woman, in the case of Nikki Haley, to take on Donald Trump. And it becomes so clear and it crystallizes in everyone's mind that it becomes a two-person race. The place that Trump succeeds in is when it's Trump against the field. He showed that in 2016 during the primary, as he was able to go through the field and just tear it up. When it gets one-on-one with Donald Trump, it gets a little different. And we're seeing in states, especially the early states like Iowa and New Hampshire, that Trump has a little bit more than a third of the vote. And then you've got that other 2/3 split among everybody else and undecideds. If it gets to be one-on-one, then we really find out how high Trump's ceiling is, and you then have a chance for someone else to really take an argument, at least to the voters, that they have a chance other than Trump.
Okay, but let's whittle it down. I mean, Asa Hutchinson didn't meet the qualifications for this debate. For the 7 left on stage, winners never quit. We know that, but who needs to quit while they're not ahead?
Well, that is a very good question. There's starting to be pressure on them to quit. Though if you take it step by step, Mike Pence isn't going to get out until after Iowa. Nikki Haley isn't going to get out probably until after South Carolina. Same with Tim Scott, because they're both from South Carolina. Christie has planted his flag in New Hampshire. So now we're at 4. Doug Burgum, a little bit of a wild card. Vivek Ramaswamy, probably at least until Iowa. But the one thing that makes people quit in politics, Adrienne, is money. That's what makes people quit. But in the case of almost every one of these candidates, they're either self-funded, like Burgum or Ramaswamy, or they've got an individual or a couple of individuals who are bankrolling their super PACs. And you think about Ron DeSantis, whose super PAC has started with close to $100 million. Doesn't appear as though any of them are going to be forced to run out of money, or they're going to run out of money, and to the point that they are actually having to answer for themselves some very tough questions.
With former President Trump's interview with Tucker Carlson, he actually stole the thunder from the first debate. We know that. But do you think his Michigan rally with auto workers tonight will have that same effect?
Look, anytime Donald Trump talks, it's interesting because he says interesting things and he makes news. We said after the first debate that Donald Trump won the presidential debate, won the Republican debate, not because of anything he said to Tucker Carlson, but because of just how sort of boring the first presidential debate was, and that no one came out of it with America's view of them changed. So I would flip it around a little bit, that once again, it is incumbent upon those on the stage in Simi Valley at the Reagan Library to say something that makes the country stop and go, wow, that's different. That's somebody who's saying things that all of a sudden I believe in, and they can inspire a country and inspire change.
Yeah,
I think we need to all pay attention. If nobody does that, Donald Trump wins again by default.
Yeah, well, right now that's the track we're on, though. Vivek Ramaswamy would probably be seen as the one who said the most inspiring things compared to his other contenders. Leland Vittert, what's not boring is you're engaged, and we're so excited for you. Congratulations. I saw your post on Instagram. So many of us did, but congratulations to you and your bride-to-be.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure who was more surprised, her that I asked or me that she said yes, but we're very happy. You're nice to say something. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.